right, you're gonna hate me for this, and I really understand this time. Everybody, I've always been so fascinated by helicopters. This one right here is the Sikorsky S-76. Look at this beauty. We can turn it on just quickly here. It's true, they're a lot more complex than any of the fixed-wing aircraft we always talk about. One big rotor, the main rotor, which spins and is able to gain lift for the aircraft. In the cockpit where the captain sits on the right, we have the collective handle, which adjusts the angle of the blades and lets them gain lift. Take a look at that. Take off now. Yes, using the collective handle. These things are quite hard to fly. I don't know how to fly a helicopter. I don't even know how they land. Like, they can't even see where they're going, are they? Like, I might have the rough idea that we're landing now on this taxiway right here. Oh, we've crashed. But everybody, I'm very much wondering about, couldn't you combine this with a fixed-wing aircraft? Meaning, you know, it's been tried before with the beautiful Rotodyne. That one was a fixed-wing aircraft, which was meant to be an airliner, which had a rotor on top. Sadly, it failed. But that's another story. Let's maybe do the same thing and stick a rotor on top of an airplane. Now, the Sikorsky weighs around 4 tons here in this configuration, 4,000 kilograms. And guess what plane exactly weighs the same? Of course, everybody, it is the Beechcraft King Air. You can see that it weighs pretty much the very same, and that's very important for the motor. We can just practically put the Sikorsky rotor on top of the King Air, and it's supposed to be able to lift it. You know, it's very simple. As I did some modification last night, I kind of just switched over the tail section of the Sikorsky to the King Air very simply, and so we have that tail rotor going, and this should work. I'm not sure. All right, here's our Sikorsky King Air, and it looks very cursed. Take a look at that. Perhaps we can turn the engine on here. Yes, we can see we have the normal turboprop engine, number 1, number 2, but we have the engine number 3, number 4 as well. This one will give us the combined advantages of both type of aircraft, of being able to take off anywhere on the spot, but also being able to fly fast over long distances, something a helicopter isn't really as good as. All right, yep, all right. Airplane wants, okay. Take a look at that. We have achieved flight in our helicopter. And you know, with this project, I really noticed how little skill I have about helicopter. I'm trying to make it work. Like, I have no idea how to use the tail rotor. That seems like an odd concept to me. Come on, stop you spinning. Yeah. Like that. Helicopters are quite hard to fly, and it really shows that I've never actually taken a good look at them. Come on, calmly. I'm supposed to show my genius in these videos, but you're giving me a hard time. Yes. All right. Good. Let's pretend that this is working. All right, passengers. This is actually a product. This is a roller coaster. Obviously, what's supposed to be able to stabilize us is the tail rotor, which obviously isn't working. Yeah. I'm trying to just make it work, though. It's really hard, but we're able to achieve vertical flight. That's not bad. Something I guess we could employ as well, you know, is engine number 1 and number 2. There we go, like that. Come on. Because, of course, we want to use the advantages of both engines now that we're going full power. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry about it. Come on. Yes. Perhaps I made it work. Everybody, we're flying the King Air. I've made it to stop. That is absolutely beautiful. Yes, we're going full power now in our King Air using the beautiful turboprop engines, but also using the big engine on top. Now, that I'm not quite sure about. Probably the nice and spacious cabin won't really be reality anymore. I guess we'd have a big rotor here. But other than that, we are actually flying our King Air. So let me see, can we maybe stop? How do we land in this thing? Of course, I'm not talking about normally landing boringly on a runway like this. I want to land on the tarmac. Let's maybe see. There we go. Put the engines to idle and see if we can stop. All right, that's fine. I know. Oh, shoot. Why is there Oh! Whoops. That's what I mean. I generally have no idea what I'm talking about. To even fly a normal helicopter, that's just a weird concept to me. For some reason, if I give enough collective, which is supposed to make the plane go up, the engine completely fails. But yes, in theory, I think this would work, just for being very gentle. Oh, geez, that's what prop strike. I'm having quite a hard time flying this plane, but I guess an aeronautical engineer will be able to do this properly, right? Oh, right. Let's maybe try to do one landing. Let's we move on to a bigger plane. See, I also wanted to use the 737, the plane we always torture for a project, which is obviously a lot heavier, pretty much 10 times heavier. So we practically need 10 times the power of this thing. So first of all, I thought maybe let's put 2 rotors and put them on top of the fuselage. And I did some flight testing and it didn't really work. So I was like, you know what? Let's maybe try with one big one, double the size of this one, and see how well this could work. There we go. Take a look at this. Now we have the original tail of the 737, but with the original rotor of the Sikorsky. Yes, don't be frightened by my genius. Time to turn the engines on this thing. Of course, the jet engines as well as the big ones here. This is going to work, right? All right, I knew it. So we can start doing this. Am I right? So come on, see if we can give in some power here. Yes, they're now spinning really fast, these propellers. So come on, yeah. We are taking on with a 737. All right, and it's nearly working well. I guess I didn't get the center of gravity to... I broke off the other propeller. Gonna cause a bit of a mess. Yes, I guess, you know, these rotors do not have the sufficient power to lift this airplane off easily, but there we go. We are now actually in the air, but since our tail rotor is broken off, we, as you can see, are spinning around. This is what would happen in real life if the tail rotor broke off. Maybe try this again. Yes, like that. I guess, again, the center of gravity is a bit broken, but take a look. We are actually flying the 737 just like we should. That is actually amazing. Like, I can't really try to use yaw here. Yeah, we're able to reach stable flight. One big problem is, of course, this is how helicopters steer. They rotate the rotor around, and that kind of crashes into the fuselage, at least visually. We'd have to make the rotor a bit higher, but there we go. We're actually flying a rotored 737, and we can maybe put the engines on like that, full power to the engine. And perhaps now, since we've got enough lift speed, we can turn off the engine number 3, number 4, like that. Yeah, I'm failing them manually. Take a look at that. Yes, we are now flying a 737 just with the 2 jet engines, which is how it's supposed to work. There we go. We're still able to fly fast. Of course, we've got some problems with fuel, but there we go. We've been able to do this. We're now flying a perfectly normal 737. This is an absolutely stupid idea. All right, so let's maybe try using the helicopter like it's supposed to. This is the Sikorsky that we stole the rotor off. Smart idea. Come on now, give it a little bit more power like that. This is now full power. And now we can maybe take off. Okay, that might not be scientifically accurate. There we go. We have now taken off our gyrocopter. And this is, now we're in the cockpit. I get the, shut up. Shoot. I guess in the cockpit you'd be quite confused. I mean, it's still a plane cockpit. Yes, come on. All right, dear passengers, don't you worry about our slight rotation. That is quite normal at the beginning of a flight. I'm trying to resolve our issues. Come on, make it go straight. Make it go normal. Yes, we've made it go normal. Let's maybe try to land here also, because that is actually the hard part. Because down here we have this tiny helipad. I don't even know how helicopters do it. No. Take off again. But how do helicopters know where to land? No. God, that's the worst idea ever. Yeah, it's the precision that I'm lacking in. Come on, try to at least maintain a stable flight. Oh, no. We've lost our tail rotor. I guess we've done a landing. Geez. Yeah, I guess it makes sense that airplanes like this just don't have rotor systems like this. All right, come on. For airliner usage, this would just be dumb, right? I mean, I'm not even quite sure. I mean, what does this look like at cruise level flight? Let me try to use all our engine power we got and try to climb. This is now a lot of power in this airplane we have. We can climb easily, even at 100 knots. Take a look. I mean, this is how the future could look like. All right, this works. I mean, one big problem about having, I guess, the flight simulator crash. One big problem about having such a huge rotor is also the fuel consumption. Take a look. This thing, because it needs so much power, has been using so much fuel, so much more than the jet engines even. I mean, this is why we don't have helicopters that are really big in the first place. It's just hard to get all that weight up in the air. So, everybody, this is our conclusion. I can't fly helicopters and I cannot build them. I think that's a good one. And I think the concept of airports and airplanes flying to them that are normal and need a runway is not that bad after all, especially if you take a look at this. All right. Perhaps talking about projections and the future. Rest in peace. Maybe VTOL aircraft like this, you can take off vertically, are rather meant for short haul traveling, especially if we're talking about air taxis as such. But for going fast, I prefer those wings and jet engines. So I thank you guys so much for watching this stupid video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Gunskiller, R27, James Duram, that dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijutsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New York. You've got beautiful names.